Alright, first of all, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. So on this video, I'm going to give you a big news blast of all of the upcoming news in the world of Dragon Ball right now, or lack thereof, involving the video games, the manga, and the anime. We're talking about Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Daima, and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. What I've decided to do with this video, since there's not much going on right now, and I've been real busy with other things, now during this sort of low time for Dragon Ball, like I've been working on other projects and other businesses and things like that. But what I decided to do is, instead of making an individual video for all the different things, I just put everything into this video. So what we're going to talk about today, as I mentioned, is updates for Sparking Zero, Daima, and Super. Make sure you watch this entire video start to finish so you get all of the news, because I'm going to put everything I can into this video so that you're caught up. Because even though there was no Dragon Ball Super chapter yet, and we didn't get anything on Goku Day, which is weird, and I'll talk more about that in a minute, Dragon Ball Super, V-Jump is still coming out, and there are still news updates. So we're gonna go through everything on this video here, one by one. I wanna start with the latest update on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. They released in V-Jump the new generation Saiyans. Now this should not be a huge surprise because we know about the big roster. They pretty much confirmed Goten and Trunks' kids, as well as Caulifla and Kale, the Universe 6 Saiyans, and Kefla. And because of the various forms, because if you remember, Kefla has Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 and base. So does that mean we're going to get three different Keflas? Three different Cauliflas? That could be the case as well. But no surprise there, but it is confirmed. But I think the big confirmation, y'all, is right down here at the bottom. Now, this is actually, in my opinion, huge news. What this says is that with the upcoming Dragon Ball Sparking Zero game, aka Tenkaichi 4, this is going to be a game that's going to have 5 versus 5 battles. So not only will there be classic one-on-one, which we knew, no surprise, but they're going to do 5v5. That is going to be absolutely nuts. Just imagine, just try to picture in your head what it would be like to play online, because remember, Tenkaichi 3, when it came out during the PS2 era, the internet, like online play, wasn't like how it was now, where almost every game has an online, multiplayer. But just imagine getting 9 of your friends and you all pick a character and you have a rumble. That's gonna be awesome, man. I'm hoping for some kind of tournament of power type of thing. Maybe not with hundreds of fighters, but maybe they could have 10 on screen at once and they could figure out a way to make it cool. But that, to me, I think is the biggest news of Sparking Zero. I think that's the big game changer. Not so much these characters we all knew. I mean, Gotenks is there. You can see him in the lower left, and Kefla, 2 new fusions. But to me, the 5v5 is actually, that mode right there could make for some crazy online battles. I hope that the net code and everything is good. I do want to say one small criticism that I've been thinking about when it comes to this game. And let me know what you think in the comments, if you agree with me or not about this. I feel like some of the colors in this game are a tiny bit saturated. And obviously it's a game, it's not a movie or a manga, so it's not like it doesn't look necessarily ugly, but it does seem to be a bit too overly colored. And I like colorful games. Dragon Ball itself is a colorful series. It just feels a tiny bit too saturated. But again, these are scans and the game is still being worked on. Also, some international sites have reported that the release date for Sparking Zero is still going to be this year. I was working on trying to get an actual release date because I was basically speculated upon a little while ago. One of the people I talked to about the game, and they told me they thought it was going to be summer of this year. This is back around December or so. December, January, they told me that they thought the game was coming out in August. I did not report that, though, because I wasn't sure. I did not make a video about that. I just made a tweet saying it could be coming sooner than later. Well, it's still listed for 2024, but it's probably not going to be August. I will tell you, the voice acting, both Japan and English, is done. It's finished. So all the characters have been voiced, not the DLC, but the main core characters have been voiced. So that's done, but they're still working through the programming. So just letting you know, I'm going to guess it's going to be close to the end of the year. Now, speaking of later this year, we got to talk about Dragon Ball Daima. Oh, wait, one more thing before I get to Daima. Sandland, they're doing a collaboration with Sandland. Xenoverse 2 is where they're going to let you customize your character. And I haven't talked about Xenoverse 2 in a long time. I just thought this was a cool tidbit of information. You can now have a character that resembles Beelzebub from Sandland. That's, you know, and there you see Beelzebub in the lower right. That's just a cool crossover because Bandai is really big on pushing Sandland. These are, you know, Sandland and Daima are two of Toriyama's final. I mean, Sandland's old, but the new stuff that Toriyama wrote, the new stuff for the anime, it's two of his final projects. So they're trying to collaborate them, and that makes sense. Now, let's move on to Daima. I really thought we were going to get another trailer, but it turns out we just got this. Toei Animation slapped together this piece of promo art taking the dragon from Super Hero and the picture of Goku we've already seen now since last October, the art of Kid Goku, and just put the Dragon Ball Daima logo on it. To me, this is, once again, like I was talking about during Super Hero, this is just, in my opinion, terrible marketing. Dragon Ball Daima is coming out literally either October, November, or December. It's one of those 3 months. I have not been able to confirm which one. I believe it's October, but I could be wrong. We don't have a release date yet. The fact that they don't have a date yet is weird to me because they know the date, but they haven't announced it yet. And they also haven't really talked about the story of Daima publicly. I've told you guys stuff that I know, and I've discussed things on streams and videos, but Toei, just like with Super Hero, I feel like is dropping the ball again with promoting Daima. This is Akira Toriyama, who passed away 2 months ago. This is his final Dragon Ball project that we know of. You'd think they would be hammering updates every single month with like a new, you know, key visual, something story related, but nothing. And it's kind of frustrating and annoying. I wish I had more to report, but I heard a couple months ago that in July there was going to be the big update. I have not made a video about that because I don't know yet. Take that with a grain of salt, please. I have not double sourced that. But to me, I feel like it would be smarter if they gave us more information more frequently. Now, last thing I want to talk about in this video is Dragon Ball Super. So after Toriyama's passing in March, that was the last Dragon Ball Super manga to come out. What's been happening now is there's been a Dragon Ball Super interval special. Interval means in between or break. Dragon Ball Super is not done yet. It's just on a break. Anybody who tells you it's finished is lying to you. Now, I'm going to go into more detail about that, but in April in V-Jump, instead of getting a chapter, Toyotaro is now kind of dropping some art as like an interval special. And here we have an art piece that he drew in April for Gevel, which is the son of Dr. Gero, or Gero in the dub. That was the guy who Android 16 was modeled after. And I think this is a great piece of art. And then this month in V-Jump, we had Gohan Beast drawn by Toyotaro. I want to say this real quick. You know, I've been critical of Toyotaro's art. I still think Toriyama is and always will be the OG when it comes to this. Obviously, he's a tremendous artist, but Toyotaro is absolutely outstanding at drawing Gohan Beast. I love the way Toyotaro draws Gohan Beast, man. That to me is my absolute favorite, like, modern piece of Toyotaro art. I think he makes Beast, in my opinion, the way he draws Beast in the manga is the best it's ever looked. Even better than the movie. I love it. Now, the one thing I want to address before we get out of here is, because many of you are probably wondering, okay, what's going on with the interval? Like, are they actually writing a new Dragon Ball Super story arc? Or are they going through Toriyama's notes, if he has any? Or is this just a bereavement period? Is this time for Toyotaro, Victor Uchida, Akio Iyoku, the whole crew over there? Is it time for them to sort of mourn the passing of Toriyama? Is that what's going on? And To be honest with you, I'm not sure, but I'd like to think it's a little bit of both. I'd like to think that Toyotaro is, while obviously he worked with Toriyama, who was like his idol as a kid, so this hits him extra hard because he got to know the man. I'm sure it's hard for them, but I would like to think that they are trying to figure out what they're going to do with Dragon Ball Super going forward, whether it be to go into Black Frieza, whether it be to create some kind of bridge to Daima, or to move past that or go to the end of Z. This is the big mystery. And look, I'm not going to make a video every month telling you guys, hey, no Super yet. There's no point in that. There's no point. We just have to wait. And when I find out, when we all find out, when it's announced that Super, the manga, is coming back for the next arc, I will let you know. Obviously, I'll make a video about it, and we'll go from there. For right now, though, we're getting these intervals for at least, 2 months, maybe more than that. I am genuinely wondering what's going on. No comments from them, but I'd like to think they're at least coming up with something, maybe even multiple story arcs on where to take Dragon Ball in the future. Anyways, man, that's it for this video. Hope you all have a great day. I'll see you soon, and take care.